To hire A players is really, really difficult. And A players understand that if I can get the best athletes on my team, then I'm going to win and I'm going to look like a great coach. And they're typically very secure in themselves. And the B players typically are not so secure in themselves. They're almost afraid that if I hire an A player, that A player is going to take their job away. And nothing could be further from the truth, right? If you're the leader and you hire A players and they help you sell a whole bunch of software, you're going to look like a freaking hero, right? So, but A players are hard to find. It's also probably a reason why the Bs don't take the time to go find them. They're not always available. The company that they're working with loves them. They adore them. They're paying them a lot of money. They're giving them stock, and they're hard to get out of there. And they only come around at certain times. So if you miss an A player now, typically it's 3 to 5 years before you're going to be able to get them again. So as far as recruiting goes, I've always been looking for A players. And the moment that they're on the market, I try to take them off the market immediately because I know I'm not going to get them again for 3 to 5 years. I've even had experiences where I go to a CEO and I say, hey, I want you to interview another salesperson. I'd be like, John, I've already told you. You already hired your allotment of salespeople this quarter. We have no more headcount. I go, well, here's what we'll do. Why don't you interview the guy? And then after the interview, you tell me if we have no more headcount. Then the CEO will interview the person and say, I really like the person. I think we ought to hire him. And I go, okay, so I guess we're going to find a way to get some extra headcount. Because it's almost like great athletes when they're changing teams. You have one chance of getting that person on your team. You're going to find a way to get that person on your team. Because at the end of the day, if you hire B's and C's and you do everything else perfect onboarding, perfect training, perfect development, you'll do okay, but you're not going to the championship. You're not going to win the Stanley Cup or the Vince Lombardi trophy. It's not going to happen. But if you hire only A players and do everything else average, and I'm not saying that you should do everything else average. This is just an example. If you do everything else average, the A players will help you find a way to win the championship because that's the type of people they are.